Good morning, guys. So happy Monday. So I made myself some coffee. I'm going to have this while I'm getting dinner prepped for tonight. This is actually that creme brulee coffee from Walmart, which is super good. It's so good. I had some yesterday too. So anyway, I did my workout. I did a 25-minute cardio and strength workout from the True Beginner program on Daily Burn. So I did that, and I have been perfecting my time management lately just to get my workouts in, which is so unlike me. I've been making sure usually my makeup just takes a long time in the morning. I take my time, I watch YouTube videos while I'm doing it. I, experiment with it, but I have given myself 15 to 20 minutes. I think it took me 17 minutes today. That's actually the quickest that it's been in a long time to do my makeup and not get distracted by other things. So that gives me, 25 minutes to do my workout. So anyway, I did my workout. Yay. I'm going to try to do 5 days of workouts again, and I may do several workouts a day. We'll just see. But anyway, so you saw my coffee. I put 2 tablespoons of fat-free half and half in there for 1 Smart Point. Now we're gonna have taco soup for dinner tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that prepped. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my taco soup. So I'm gonna set up the camera and get that going. Side note here, that banana snack cake that I made yesterday for the family, as you can see, it was a big hit. When you make those kind of things, when you have a husband and 2 boys in your home, this is what happens when you make a cake. But this was super good. I have another sugar-free cake mix in the garage, so in my pantry in the garage. So I may end up making another one of these. The kids really liked it. Husband really liked it. So anyway, this was a big hit. That was in my meal prep video that I posted yesterday on Sunday. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is get my ground beef going. So I am using 93.7 ground beef. If you guys saw my grocery haul on Saturday, you saw that my store only had 1 thing of extra lean ground beef, the 96.4. So I had to get this 93.7. Which I use the 96.4. This is my tactics to get the most bang out of your bucks. I used the 96.4 for something that I knew would be higher Smart Points, so that was the manicotti. This entire thing is 0 Smart Points except for the beef. So I figured I'll use a little bit higher point beef for this, and that way, because it'll be lower Smart Points. So that is how I kind of balance my points out. So while this is cooking up, I am going to go ahead and open up all the cans that go into this. And one thing with the taco soup is that you don't drain the cans. That way it has enough liquid in it. Now, because I don't drain them, I always buy no salt added, especially for taco soup. I try to always buy no salt added beans, but especially for taco soup because you're not draining it, so you don't have a chance to rinse everything. Now, if you cannot find no salt added and you want to drain your beans, you can do that. Just use some kind of chicken broth or something like that in your soup. That way you still, it's kind of soupy. Otherwise, if you drain and rinse everything, it won't be very soupy. So you can use chicken broth in place of that. But like I said, I just try to buy the no salt added on everything. That way, I don't get a lot of sodium in this. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of this sea salt in there. And also some pepper, just to season the meat. And I'm not going to worry about it getting completely browned up because this has to cook for a long time. I'm going to put this on the slow cooker all day, so I am just going to go ahead and go drain this beef, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to try to talk over the sizzling. So the beef has been drained, so I'm just going to start putting in the seasoning mixes. So you need to have a packet of ranch dressing. And then you also need a packet of taco seasoning, but I make my own taco seasoning, so I just weighed out 1 ounce, which is the same amount that's in a packet. So do that. I'm going to stir that around a little bit. And then I'm going to start putting the cans in. So we have some no salt added black beans. Some no salt added pinto beans, and people do very different variations of beans in this taco soup. I've also, if I had a can of garbanzo beans, I would have put that in here. I completely forgot to pick some up, but I do like to put garbanzo beans or chickpeas in here. But you can do whatever kind of beans that you want. I have no salt added light red beans. Now you want to be careful picking up your beans because they do have some kidney beans. Well, they call them chili beans, and that has a sauce in it. Those beans are going to be points, so make sure none of your beans have any kind of sauce in them. Then I have some petite diced tomatoes. I couldn't find any no salt added on these. I usually can, but they did not have any at my store. And then I have a can of Rotel. And you can get the original, the spicy, the mild, whichever one you want. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stir all that up. And if, like I said, if for some reason it doesn't look, you know, soupy enough for you, just not enough liquid, then go ahead and just add in some chicken broth, beef broth, bone broth, whatever you'd like to put in there. You could even add in some water if you'd like, if you don't have to add a whole lot. Broth just gives it a little bit, you know, richer flavor. But mine looks pretty good. So now I'm just gonna set my slow cooker on low, set it for 8 hours. Luckily, my slow cooker has a warm setting because I won't be home for 10 hours. So it can sit there on the warm setting for 2 hours until I get home from work, and dinner will be ready. I will serve this up. On the counter, I will put some cheese. I'll have sour cream. I forgot to buy green onions this weekend, so I got to run by the store today to get green onions. So I'll have green onions. If I have any tortilla strips, I'll have those. So I'll just have all those different things out there that people can put whatever they, or the family, not just people. Family can put whatever they want on their taco soup. So here is the taco soup. Okay, so here we go. So breakfast will be a Premier Protein, a yogurt if I feel like I need it. I don't know if I will or not, but I'm just gonna bring it, and a banana. So I'm gonna take all this to work. I am still doing the Teamy 30-day detox. This is one of their newest colors of their tumblers. So cute. Love this. And is it only me that just, I don't know, I just get some satisfaction whenever there's a little accent color on it. I don't know. I love things like that. I know, I'm very weird. I do have a discount for Teamy down in the description box. I've already finished 1 full things of water. That's what working out in the morning gets you. Get your water done. So those are my drinks. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I've already finished 1 for the day, so I'm going to go ahead and just take this to work and I can refill it. So the Premier Protein is 2 points. Greek yogurt is 2 points. Banana is 0. So this will be a 4-point breakfast if I eat that, which I probably will. And then for lunch, I have one of the KFC bowls that I prepped. So there are 3 points worth of mashed potato cauliflower mash. So I made a rice cauliflower and potato mash. And so it comes out to 3 smart points. And then I have 0 smart points worth of corn, 0 smart points worth of chicken breast, and then 1 smart point worth of brown gravy on top. So this is a 4 smart point lunch. I cannot wait to have this. I have never had the original KFC bowl. I just saw this on Pinterest and thought I'd try it. So anyway, it looks yummy. And then for snacks, I have some of my celery with the fat-free cream cheese. So it's 1 point for all of this for the fat-free cream cheese. And I have some of the candy apple salad, which thank you guys very much. I said in my video that the recipe did not say to drain the pineapple, but it did. It clearly said that. I just missed it. Anyway, though, as you can tell, mine is super thick, so it actually worked out okay. I was really nervous about it then after I saw that, but it thickened up nice. I mean, look at that. It's not watery or anything. This stuff is amazing, you guys. I am going to try some different combinations with the different pudding flavors and different fruit in there. I think this is so good. And then I'm just going to bring an apple like I always do. I don't always eat it. I just like to have one at work in my desk. That way I always have some kind of healthy snack. And then you guys saw my coffee. So I'm not showing my really dirty sink. I don't have time to do the dishes this morning. So 1 point for the coffee. So I will have the points for everything here on the screen. I guess this is 0 points. I also said this was 1 point. When I put it in the tracker, it comes up 1 point for me, but everybody's saying it should be 0. So I guess my snacks are 1 point, lunch is 4 points, breakfast is 4 points, coffee is 1 point, and I need to get ready for work. Those of you who've never seen how people make their Premier Protein and coffee, this is how I make mine at home. I have a setting on my coffee maker where you can do like a super concentrated coffee setting. I don't know, it's for 8 ounces. So I did that. I didn't quite use all of this, so I'll probably just fill it up with a little bit more coffee when I get to work and use the rest of this. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is add in this bag of corn, and then the taco soup will be done, so I'll show you what it looks like. Hey guys, so I am putting together dinner for tonight. I'm doing the chicken and gravy. I am doubling this recipe because my boys who are 19 and 21, they definitely will eat more than what the serving size is, so I always double this. And the original recipe says it is 6 servings, which to me they're pretty small servings. So I just doubled the recipe and said that recipe was 8 servings. So so this comes out to 2 smart points. The original recipe, which I will link down below, is 1 smart point. And I did do a video on this, which I will link down below too. And I believe in that video I say it's 1 smart point too as well. But I know the serving's not enough. And then I will be serving this over toast. So I'm going to get this in my crock pot. I wanted to give you a little tip on this so first off, you're going to double this recipe, you're going to use 2 cans of this cream of chicken. I get the low fat kind. And then 4 packets of this chicken gravy will all be mixed together. And normally you add water, but I'm not going to do that, and this is why. I'm going to add water is because the chicken I'm using is the chicken that you buy in the freezer section that are individual pieces that are frozen. Now, even though my chicken is mostly thawed, I thawed it overnight. There's still going to be more water in there. There's always more water content in this kind of chicken than there is like in fresh chicken. But if you even notice when you buy fresh chicken, it sometimes says like on there how much of the water content there's been put into the chicken. So whenever I notice that, I just don't put any water, and if I need to add any water, then I'll just do that later. But I think there'll be enough water just coming from the chicken, so I'm not going to add any water to the mix. I'm just going to add all those together, toss them in here, set my slow cooker on, do it for low for 4 hours, and then of course I'm not going to be home till later, so it'll just be on the warm setting. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, so then when I get home, I will add the mixed vegetables to this and then just serve it over toast. So I'll show you what that looks like when it's all done. Okay, so this is what it looks like before I put the lid on it and get the slow cooker started. So yes, this recipe has a lot of sodium, but I do always make sure I buy the low sodium chicken gravies on this, but there's still like 200 milligrams of sodium in a serving, so it's a lot of sodium. That's why, if you guys will notice, I don't have this very often because I do watch my sodium intake. I always try to buy no salt added, vegetables, anything that's canned, I try to buy no salt added. But when I don't have an option, I just try to get the best that I can. These cans of soup are 400 milligrams. So, I mean, there's a lot of sodium in this. Like I said, I just make sure I drink a lot of my water today. And it's just something I have once in a while. I actually haven't had this since I made that video, which I think is over a year ago. So it shows you how often I have this. But you guys know, for those of you who watch me quite often, you know that I normally keep my sodium down pretty well. But just really wanted comfort food this week. I think just the weather has been so cold, and we've been getting snow off and on, ice, and just rain. I just wanted just like some ultimate comfort food. That taco soup last night was so good. It was so nice to have, like, again, just that comfort food. It's just been one of those weeks. I had the manicotti on Sunday. I may regret it come weigh-in day because it's possible all this, really rich food, sorry, I didn't mean to spin you around like that, maybe kind of maybe give me a bad weigh-in. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to make some breakfast, and I'll show you that and show you what I'm taking for lunch today. Okay, so for breakfast today, I'm just having 2 eggs that I scrambled for 0 smart points, 2 points worth of avocado, 2 points worth of cottage cheese. This is the 2% cottage cheese, and a 3-point English muffin with 0 points of sugar-free jam on there. So breakfast then is 2, 4, 6 smart points total. I have my Teamy tea I've almost finished drinking. This is almost done, so almost 1 thing of water already done. And because my dinner is kind of heavy, I wanted to keep a really light lunch. And the only 2 things that I had prepped for lunch were the KFC bowls, which was amazing, by the way, and the manicotti. I just wasn't in the mood for either one of those, so I just made myself kind of a little snacky lunch. So I have the toasted coconut vanilla yogurt for 2 smart points. I have some pickles for 0. I have 1 smart point worth of deli fresh ham. This is the, turkey. This is the cracked pepper turkey. I have 2 points. It's about 2 points. I'll weigh it when I get to work. I'll take the peel off and weigh it. But when I weighed it with the peel on, it was like 45 grams. So which is 2 smart points. Egg for 0, and then some tomatoes for 0. So this will be kind of my snacky lunch today. And then for snacks, I brought an apple and 3 mandarin oranges. So that is how I'm starting my day. Coffee is brewing, which I will take with me to work. I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of a fat-free half and half in there for 1 smart point. I see the light inside your eyes. You make me feel like